Carlos Sainz's test results with Williams have finally arrived, and they have changed everything for the 2025 season. Many were unsure if Williams could take a big step forward, but the numbers from the Barcelona test suggest that this could be their breakthrough year. Sainz's experience on track has sent shockwaves through the paddock, and his feedback could reshape the team's strategy for the entire season. Could Williams finally fight for consistent points or even podiums? Sainz took part in the test session at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. This track was well known for exposing a car's strengths and weaknesses. This test was not just about learning the car, but about understanding how well Williams had developed its FW47. Sainz first stepped into the Williams 2023 car to get a feel for their general setup, allowing him to compare how much progress had been made when he later drove the 2025 model. His goal was to analyze the car's balance, tire performance, and stability in different sections of the track. The test started early in the morning under perfect weather conditions. Engineers had set up a structured plan, splitting the day into different phases. The first part focused on race simulations. Sainz drove multiple long runs to evaluate the car's handling under high fuel loads. His first comments surprised even the engineers. He said that the car felt much more stable in high-speed corners, especially in Turn 3, which had been a weak point for Williams in past seasons. Lap after lap, the numbers continued to impress. The FW47 seemed more responsive, especially in turns that required a strong aerodynamic package. The car's weight reduction also played a role, making it easier to manage on long runs. However, Sainz noted that traction out of slow corners still needed improvement. By midday, Sainz had gathered enough data to sit down with the engineers. In the debrief, he broke down every detail, from how the car responded to braking into corners to how tire degradation behaved over a 10-lap period. His ability to explain technical issues with clarity impressed the Williams team. He did not just identify problems, he offered solutions, particularly about improving front-end grip and managing tire wear. In the afternoon session, Sainz switched to qualifying-style laps. This part of the test was designed to push the car closer to its limits. As Williams engineers monitored telemetry data, Sainz's lap times showed rapid improvement. According to unofficial reports, his times were competitive with midfield benchmarks from the previous season. But lap times were not the most important part. His ability to extract performance from different tire compounds was crucial. Sainz tested hard, medium, and soft tires, providing valuable feedback on how the FW47 handled under different conditions. His ability to adapt to each compound and still maintain consistency in his times showed how quickly he was getting comfortable with the car. Engineers collected this data to refine their strategies for upcoming race weekends. One major takeaway from the test was how well Sainz had already integrated into the Williams environment. Team principal James Vowles spoke about how Sainz was not just driving, he was leading. His work ethic and attention to detail were pushing the team forward. Engineers praised his collaborative approach, saying he had already built strong relationships with both the technical and strategic staff. Sainz's relationship with Alex Albon was also a talking point. The two drivers spent a lot of time together off the track, discussing strategies and comparing notes. Having both drivers aligned in their approach could be a major advantage for Williams. In previous seasons, some teams have struggled when their drivers worked in isolation, but Williams seems to have built a strong team dynamic from the start. Not everything was perfect, though. Sainz identified some aerodynamic inconsistencies, particularly when dealing with crosswinds. He mentioned that in long, sweeping corners, the car had noticeable understeer when wind conditions changed. Engineers took note of this issue and began working on solutions immediately. The goal was to address this problem before the official pre-season testing in Bahrain. Despite these minor setbacks, the overall mood within the team was extremely positive. The FW47 had already shown clear improvements in weight reduction and aerodynamic efficiency. Insiders within the paddock were calling these changes game changers for Williams. Spanish media outlet Marca highlighted how the team was entering the new season in a much better position than last year, largely because they had learned from the struggles of the FW46. The test ended with a long-run endurance simulation. This was the final challenge for both driver and car under near-race conditions. Sainz completed the session with consistent lap times, showing that the FW47 could maintain strong performance even as fuel loads decreased. This was a key sign that Williams had built a more balanced and reliable car compared to 2024. Williams was no longer just a team hoping to score occasional points. With Sainz's technical ability and experience, they now had the potential to fight consistently in the midfield, or maybe even higher. Sainz's move to Williams was confirmed last year, shortly after the Belgian Grand Prix. The announcement came after Ferrari decided not to renew his contract beyond 2024, opting instead to bring in 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. While this decision was a major disappointment for Sainz, he responded in the best possible way, by delivering one of the strongest seasons of his career. He secured 2 race wins, one in Australia and another in Mexico, proving that he still had plenty to offer in the world of Formula One. Unlike Hamilton, who had to complete his contract with Mercedes before joining Ferrari, Sainz was given the opportunity to join Williams early. Ferrari allowed him to participate in the post-season test in Abu Dhabi, where he completed 146 laps in Williams' 2024 car. During this test, he set the second fastest time of the day, finishing just behind his former Ferrari teammate, Charles Leclerc. This strong performance hinted at the potential he could bring to Williams. Williams continued its preparations with a private test at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. This test took place just days after Hamilton crashed during a separate testing session at the same track. But Sainz and Williams faced no such issues. The team split the Barcelona test between Sainz and his new teammate, Alex Albon. Albon took the morning session, while Sainz got his turn in the afternoon, driving the 2023 spec FW45. Williams has scheduled the official launch of their 2025 car, the FW47, for February 14th at Silverstone. The car will debut in a one-off color scheme, as teams are not allowed to reveal their final liveries until February 18th at a collective season launch event in London. Don't forget to give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and also ring that notification bell for more upcoming uploads in the future.